welcome, race fans. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Ron with Big Wizard TV. I am on the road and in the booth. We'll see if this works tonight. Not really sure if it's going to, but don't have quite the internet connection we had last time. But we'll give it a shot. We'll give it a whirl. Try it out. See if we have anything going on. Welcome, 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 everybody. Appreciate you guys being out here tonight with us. We are at the grandpaskitchen.com series, grandpaskitchen.com racing series, and we're in the SR10 here on Tuesday night with Last Man Standing Motorsports. Big shout out to our league sponsor, Stair Fittings Incorporated. Thanks a lot for being out there with us. We have, let's see, 10 drivers out in the field tonight, racing for it all in the Radical SR10. Qualifying has just begun. We have just 2 times, 3 times. Times are just starting to come in as we see Brandon spin out, right in front of, looks like that was Mooney, as Brandon gets back on the horse, so to speak, and back out there. Not sure who it was he was spinning in front of, but that was close. That was very, very close. Right now, with almost 6 minutes left to go in qualifying. Watching Ashley, I believe that's Ashley. And she's spinning into the heel of the boot. That resets. Picking up Brandon Dooley again. Let's see how we can make this action work here tonight. Some good camera angles by the looks of it. Yeah, we're looking at Brandon at the moment. He's out there doing a quick lap to see how he does. Might move over to a different booth here in a minute. But right now, qualifying and getting this thing started, just trying to get everything underway correctly. Brandon is chasing down Jeff Wyatt in the yellow J&R Craftworks machine. Brandon there in the black and green, very iconic, typical Brandon Dooley black and green machine. Comes around the final corner to get his time in. As Chris Springer goes to the top, crosses the line right in front. Brandon, Jeff Wyatt goes through, no change there. Brandon gets his time and goes not with a time. No time for Brandon. Must have been his outlap. Todd Schwartz, 1.8 off his current best time of Chris Springer with a 1:39.248. These cars, these Radical SRs, this is without the chicane. We're running classic boot tonight. No chicane, no bus stop. So where turn 5 and 6 typically are is a straightaway. But there's a bump in it, so you got to be careful, because at the exit of that chicane, there's this huge bump that you can run into and cause lots of problems for you. Here is Todd Schwartz with Chris Springer right behind him. This is Todd with a 141, and Chris nearly 2 seconds quicker as they come around in the heel of the boot. Chris trying to improve on his time of a 1:39.2, possibly getting held up here. That is the luck of the draw when it comes to qualifying. If you get behind somebody that's a little bit slower than you, you may lose your lap time, or at least not have the best lap time. You can't force your way around. You can go around, take you a lap or two, and that's all you got. There's only 3 minutes left, and this is it's a minute and a half plus lap time. So he's going to try to dive down in, but doesn't get the angle, and he's going to be going around one more time without being in front of Todd. But Todd does pull over out of turn 1 as well as Chris. Both had an issue as we watched Jeff Wyatt go through. Brandon moves himself into 4th position with a 139.3. And he pulls over. A minute and a half left, 2.5 minutes left. So they could get back out on track right now, get around once, and make it before the checkered flag to start the final lap. We'll see if they try it. Or if they're going to be content where they are. And here goes Brandon, not content. As we see Mooney blip off the track. Jeff Peters getting his hardware put back together. Good to see him back out on the racing circuit. Had a couple problems with his computer and now is back at it. So good to see Jeff out there. Let's see, we got Brett Elder. Nice to see Brett on track briefly. Thanks for the quick camera angle there, iRacing. Jeff Peters and then Brett Elder again. These guys are right together on the track going through the heel. That's the heel. That's the toe. The hairpin toe of the boot. They're going around together. Brett gaining on Jeff. Jeff running a 141.4 for his quickest time. Brett up top with a 139.078. Oh, and Chris Springer drops a 138.3. Woo, quick lap. Jason Rabe and Brett Elder with 139.0s. And Brandon Dooley coming around to start one more lap for him as he's in the boot right now. Brett definitely has a good line in the back of Brett Elder. Brett Elder has a good line on the back of Jeff Peters. See if we can get around him here. Turn 1 is critical for a good lap time. And I think he probably got slowed there. As there's only a minute left. This is it. This is the final lap these guys are going to get in qualifying. I believe Brandon is going to get across the line. There's 36 seconds to go. Not sure if Ashley, running as Judge Dredd tonight, is going to make it across in time. She might. She might, and that'll give her a chance to get another lap in to try to get a lap time. Currently 10th position without a time on the clock. Hey, welcome back to Chip Hansen out on the racetrack, running in the 9th position in the 87 Radical SR10. Woo, welcome back, Chip. Good to have you on the track. Oh, 5 seconds left. I don't think Ashley's going to make that. She's on the final corner, but time has run out. And she did not get around again. Let's see if she gets a time this lap. She does. She does get a time. 151.5. That puts all 10 drivers on track with a time. Here comes Brandon and Jeff Peters, both trying to improve their clock times as the race session, the qualifying session is coming to an end here. There is some race chatter. I can't hear that from where I'm at because of my remote nature. So I'll try to be aware when people are on the race radio chatting. Oh, Jeff Peters has ended his lap. Here comes Brandon trying to improve his time. We'll see if he can do it. Right now, he's a full second behind Chris Springer. He does have the ability to finish this lap, and that wide turn there on turn 10 will not hurt him. Here he comes around 11, down the front stretch, across the checkered flag, and improves, but only to second, 138.8. Picks up a couple spots, and Brandon will start on the front row. Blip, done, bang. Qualifying is over, and we are lining them up. We're lining up on the racetrack right now. Okay. Wow, that was pretty exciting for qualifying. Chris Springer, Brandon Dooley out on the front row. Jason Ray, Brett Elder, second row. Jeff Wyatt, Todd Schwartz on row 3. Michael Mooney on row 4. Can't see the whole field yet. I'm going to see if I can make a quick adjustment here so I can catch everybody. This is going to be a rolling start, so we're going to go around a lap. So Michael Mooney in 7th alongside Jeff Peters. In the last row is going to be Chip Hansen and Ashley Wizurd running in the Judge Dredd car. All right, we're waiting for one driver who's not currently on the circuit. Looks like Jeff Peters has to reset his car, get out there, get ready to go. These are open setups, so iRacing makes a few setups for these cars. I don't know if they have one for Watkins Glen.
Jeff. I was joking. Where you at?
But they do have a few setups out there. And, there's Jeff. And I don't think any of the third-party companies are doing setups for this car yet. It's a brand new car. And here comes Mr. Peters now. And that puts the lights out on the safety car, and they will do one lap. The safety car will dive in, and they will be off and running. So here we go. The warm-up lap starts now. Hey, let me know who's out there in TV land. We'll do a little interaction even. I could respond since I'm in the booth tonight. You could let me know who's out there, who's watching, where you're calling in from, who you're rooting for, whether or not you think anyone has anything for the duo up front. Jason Rabe's been really fast this season. He was right up there with Springer and Dooley last week for some really good action up front. Chris ended up losing the handle on the car at Le Mans. And turns out he didn't finish the race. So Jason Rabe took second spot, with Brandon taking the win on that one. All right. Here we go. Going down the backstretch, or the long straight. Without the bus stop, you'll see the cars bounce on the inside row as they go over this bump in the exit. It's quite violent. I didn't see it, but it's a pretty big bump when you're in the car. Let's see where we are. Oh, that's probably Mooney taking out some cones. That's his signature move there. Knocking some cones down. Dragging them and spreading across the track. Luckily, Watkins Glen has the multiple camera angles, so it lets us get in there and see that. Let me try to see if I can switch before we get started over to a different room for the audio. I'll be right back. All right. Changing rooms. Might get a visitor or two during the race tonight. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully this works, being remote. I do not have as good of a connection as I had last time. As the drivers are exiting the boot now. Last race, the internet connection I had was very good. Not last week, but 2 weeks ago when I was on the road. Internet connection was pretty solid. But tonight, here where I am in Kansas, it seems to be lacking. But the stream from the house, computer at the house, should be running really clean. So I don't think it'll affect the stream at all. Just me watching and putting in my 2 cents. Hopefully is worth something. You know, you want your 2 cents to be worth something. At least worth 2 cents, right? I mean, who would? And the green is out. They go down into turn one. Chris Springer takes the corner first. Oh, we got a little car going wide there as Jeff Peters squeezes down in the middle. Mooney is near the back, but he's already moved up to 5th place with a great start. Chris Springer, Jason Ray, Brandon Dooley, Jeff Wyatt, Michael Mooney, Todd Schwartz, Brett Elder, Jeff Peters, Chip Hansen, and Ashley Visser are the top running order as they go down the long straightaway. Diving down into the turn 5. That's called the carousel here. We're watching Mooney as he has gained P5, getting around a couple cars there. Jason Rabe moves up into 2nd spot, takes that spot away from Brandon. or holds off Brandon on that spot. Can't remember if Brandon was in second or third there, as we're watching Mooney just barely off the back of Jeff Wyatt. I think I know why we're watching Mooney. Let me fix that. Not that we don't want to watch Mooney, but I switched it to his car, and I've done that before where we only watched one car all night. So let's not do that. Brett Elder gets by for position. That is for sixth. He gets by Todd Schwartz. And Brett is now on the prowl, heading up. And here we are up front. Chris Springer got a little bit of a lead. Brandon Dooley now back in the second spot. Jason Rabe, Jeff Wyatt, all right together there, second, third, and fourth. Small gap back to Mooney. Brett Elder on his tail. I think Brett's going to try to catch him here. Brett was a little quicker in the practice session. We'll see how he does. Mooney got a great launch off the start. Chris Springer holding on to a 2-second lead right now. Brandon is getting into the groove. Got himself locked into P2 here. Let's see. We've got Chris Springer out front. Brandon Dooley, Jason Rabe, Jeff Wyatt still really close to Jason. Mooney is there in 5. Brett Elder is moving up within 4/10 now as they come down the long straight. There's that bump as Brett bounces over it and dives into the carousel. Some smoke there. That just looks like maybe a tire lockup. No, that was Jason Rabe. Jason drops back. Boy, it's a tough time to do that. Went from second or third to 9th in one turn. Wow, that is a mistake for the ages right there. He is gathering it back up. These cars don't show damage too much, so I'm not sure. As we now watch Michael Mooney defend against Brett Elder as they go down through the bottom of the foot, coming through the heel. Brett goes wide on the inside of that corner, goes out wide and holds on to that spot, takes that 4th spot away from Mooney, and now has Jeff Wyatt in front of him. He's looking like he's after him now as he's starting to put a slight gap there. Just 0.3 of a second between him and Mooney as they come across the stripe to finish up lap number 2. Top 2 have broken away slightly. Chris Springer, Brandon Dooley, just 2 seconds separate them. 5 seconds back to Jeff. Another second back to Brett. Chip Hansen working with Jeff Peters here. Jeff right behind Todd with Chip 4/10 behind him. See if Chip gets a run here in the Gamecocks red car from South Carolina. Gamecocks, that is. Crimson red. Or maybe it's some other red. Definitely red and from the Gamecock. We're watching Jeff hold him off here. This is for 7th spot on the track. Back up to P4. Mooney's not letting Brett go. He's still got that 3 or 4/10 of a second gap now between 4th and 5th. They are slightly gaining on Wyatt, but not much, as he's holding on to a 0.7 of a second gap between 3rd and 4th. This track is just really smooth and rolling. It's a fun track to drive. Watkins Glen, iconic racetrack from the 50s all the way back to the Formula One era. They've been racing everything you can race here. If it has 4 wheels, well, if it has wheels at all and it has a motor, it's been raced here at Watkins Glen. Definitely one of the most iconic and famous racetracks in the United States. Former Formula One track, IMSA races here, IndyCar, NASCAR, everybody that's anybody, Trans Am, Formula 4, Indy Lights, anybody that's anybody that races in a car or bike or anything else has raced here at Watkins. Let's see what's going on over here. Let's catch up with the 87 car. Let's see what his view looks like from Chip Hansen inside this hot rod of a rocket ship. As he's right here behind behind Jeff Peters, who is right behind Todd Schwartz. The three of them right together, going down into the boot right now. Down into the laces. And then headed towards the toe. Just holding that gap. That gap is nice and even. Those guys are really well matched back there in 6th, 7th, and 8th. And let's see what Brandon's looking. Oh, that was bad. That was bad. Jeff Peters, let's back that up just a little bit. We'll go to the TV view here. Oh, no bueno, no bueno. Back it up a little. Get the replay on that. Coming down into the toe. That's the toe of the boot. Oh, Peters goes wide and collects. He collects the car behind him. That is Chip Hansen getting collected there. No good at all. That's not cool. Chip into the pit lane. Oof, that was rough. That was rough. Now, Brett Elder has made the pass now. Let's see. Brett has made the pass on Jeff Wyatt and has pulled away. So Brett making some moves early on. Boy, that's too bad for Chip, man. He was running really smooth, doing some really clean laps. Jeff Peters also too bad for him. He just got his gear back together. Just got his car, his computer and everything back working again. And that takes him out of contention. He is still out there driving around. Probably going to have to come into the pits here for a fast repair. Jason Rabe also went into the pit lane. He is back out now, but back in 7th position as we see Jeff Peters does go into the pit lane. As we watch Jeff Wyatt going through the heel of the boot. Wow, action all over the place tonight. A lot of action so far. Chris Springer still out front, holding on to that small 2-second, 3-second lead. Brandon trying to gain from P2. Ashley, they're about to catch Ashley. We've only got a couple corners here. We're watching as we watch Jeff Wyatt come around. And the leader's just going by the exit of pit lane. Here comes Brett Elder down across the exit of pit lane as the cars that were in the pits are now coming back out, lap down, but out on the track. Could cause a little chaos. That's the leaders and lead cars try to get up and around. Let's see what we got. What we got. Chris Springer out front. Chris is pretty solid and pretty fast with almost everything he drives. Last week he was battling for the lead, got a little wide at Le Mans into the wall, ended his night early. So we'll watch tonight if he can hold on with error-free driving as they are starting to gain on 10th place. See how that comes through. They're going through the boot right now, or going through the exit of the boot, the top of the heel. And it looks like they're going to be catching up with Ashley here really soon. As you can see her there going by as they go down the front stretch. Could be a good run. They're going to have to work around. Ashley should just hold her line and keep racing the way she always races and just doing her thing. And they will have to find a clean way around. That's how it works in Last Man Standing Motorsports. You can't force them off. You can't run them off. You just have to race them. Ashley does go a little wide and make that pass a little easier for Chris as he goes down the long straight now into the carousel. Brandon Dooley also with a run on Ashley. Looks like he's going to get by around the point of the bus stop. Does get by and they're going to the carousel cleanly. Chris Springer out front. Let's see what else we got going on. There's this battle here between Mooney. Did he just get past the lap car of Jeff Peters? It looks like he may have. Jeff Wyatt right in front of him. Dang it. All right. Keep that at bay. Is this battle here for fourth spot? Todd Schwartz in fifth. He has a 3-second gap to Mooney with Jeff Peters in between. Jeff Peters had the incident with the 87 car, who looks like he has dropped. Don't see the 87 on track any longer. So Chip Hansen may have bailed out of this one. Here goes Brett Elder down inside. Ashley coming up through the S's. Jeff Wyatt only a second and a half behind, so that is close. Now Jeff gets by. Everybody getting tangled up right now. Let's see. Mooney gets by. Let's take a look at Ashley here. She is the center of attention at the moment. So here comes another one. I don't know who they are because wow, really fast. So I keep doing that. Sorry about that. Let's stop doing that. That's Jeff Peters after he has repaired his car. And he is trying to get that spot back. Now, Jeff and... Oh! Whoa! That was real close. Ashley goes wide. He holds on. Here comes Todd Schwartz, who's already a lap ahead of both of them. Oh, and... Oh, another wreck. Oh, Jeff Peters spins again. No way. Ashley backs it up, tries to get it going again. Waiting for Jeff. Jeff backs up, tries to get his player special paint job going on his. Oh, wow, that was crazy. That's the second time JP has had a little issue as Jason Rabe goes by now. Woo, that was crazy. That was crazy. Let's hope everybody survived that one. Looks like Jason has gotten by. Oh, man. JP having a rough night tonight. You know, we got David in the pits, in the pit lane, reporting from pit lane. David, so what do you hear in the pit lane? Is anything good going on down there? Do we have, I saw Chip go in and Chip come out, but he must have dropped. But I see Jeff Peters came in and got his fast repair, kept going. And I see him in there again. So after a second spin, Jeff Peters in the pits for a second time. I don't know how many fast repairs the guys have, but he is in there trying it out, seeing if he can get that sucker repaired again and getting him back out on track. If he moves quickly, we'll know that he had another fast repair. If he takes a while, we will know that he doesn't. So maybe we can get that from our pit reporter, letting us know what's going on there in the pit lane. Chris Springer still out front. Oh, and there goes Jeff. JP is on the move, coming back out on the track right in front of, right between 1 and 2 here. As Chris gets around, Brandon will not. Brandon will come out behind him going up through the S's. And Brandon at full speed is going to be catching him coming up the hill. Hopefully get by cleanly going down the straight. The long straight. As we watch Brandon in P2. You could use him as a draft here. Maybe help him out. Maybe gain some of that spot. 3-second gap to the lead. As Jeff catches him, or Brandon catches him at the carousel. We're getting our report now from our pit reporter. Thank you, Judge Dredd / David Visser in the pits for that report. Jeff Peters did come in and use a fast repair. Good intel there. He is back out on track now, and Brandon has gotten by. I keep doing that. So I'm putting that little thing up on the screen. Brandon has gotten by into the toe of the boot. Jeff Peters moving along pretty cleanly at this point. The race is definitely moving along. We've got Chris Springer out front, followed by Brandon Dooley, then Brett Elder, Jeff Wyatt, Michael Mooney are the top 5. Todd Schwartz in P6, followed by Jason Rabe, who is running him down, trying to get that spot back after his early run through the pit lane. Let's see here. After Jason, we have Ashley Visser holding on to P8. No incidents, no major incidents so far for Ashley. Running smooth, running clean, doing a great job here tonight. Our rookie of the race in P8 ahead of Jeff Peters, who is now 2 laps down with his repaired automobile. Also with his repaired computer, because he's been waiting for his computer. Mooney is in the pits. Mooney coming in the pit lane. I'm going to say for fuel. That is usually intentional for Mooney. He is not normally somebody to go on schedule with everyone else. As he pulls in and makes his fuel stop and should be back on the road in just a few minutes. These cars, there he goes. Coming back out. He will be coming back out right in line. Right in front of Ashley, holds that position in front of Ashley. Actually, is a lap down. Mooney is a full lap ahead. Ashley. Well, that's okay. Mooney now drops back to 7th spot, but has made his pit stop on lap number 11 of 30 or 31 laps, depending on how we run here. Let's see here. Get this to work. We're back up front with Brandon Dooley in P2. Let's see where Brett's at. Brett diving down into turn 1. That's not turn 1. That was turn 11 coming down the front stretch. Now diving down into turn 1. That's Brett. And not far behind the 86 of Jeff Wyatt. Old Guy Racing, JNR Craftworks. Gets a little wiggly on the exit of 1. That's not going to help him catch up with Brett. But he's holding on to 4th place. Now, Mooney was behind these guys and has now made his pit stop. So if he can do the undercut, he could definitely move in front on the pit exchange. Mooney's really good at pit exchange. Good at starts, good at pit exchange, and very good at strategy. We'll see how that works for him. Let's see. Todd Schwartz running a fantastic race tonight in the black, pink, and greenish, bluish aqua color. He is in P5 at the moment. Hasn't made his pit stop yet. There are a couple cars behind him that have. I don't know if Jason Rabe has made enough of a pit stop to get to the end. He is currently in P6. And trying to run down Todd Schwartz for position. Mooney made his stop and is back out on track. He is in P7. Kind of by himself right now. He should have clear track, and that's a great way to do an undercut. You get back out of the pack and get your lap, get your pit stop in, and gives you a chance to run nice, clean, smooth laps all by yourself. It can either hurt you or you can do great. You can either die by making a mistake when you're out by yourself and in the back, or you can make up time because nobody's around. So, very nice there. Let's see what's going on up in front of these guys. That looks like Chris Springer just getting by some lap traffic, and Brandon now catching up with... I don't know who that is. Oh, that was Ashley. Real close going down into the boot. And she spun. threw it back into the pit lane. So that was Ashley's first mistake, but still doing well. But that allows Jeff Peters to get by. Sorry about that, Ashley. Tight pass. Probably wasn't expecting the car to go around the outside or inside, however it was done. But it was a tight pass and caused the spin. Or Ashley probably just took the turn a little too short, a little too wide. Was not prepared for that oncoming car. Here comes Jeff Peters. And this is being run down by Brett Elder, I believe that is. Yep, Brett Elder on the back bumper. Oh, yep. Yep, pit reporter just comes in. David Visser letting us know Ashley did have a spin there in the heel of the boot and clicked the tow button to get herself back to pit lane. That's going to put her another lap down as she waits about 2 minutes for that tow. And here it is, Brett taking turn one, coming up behind Jeff Peters. Now, Jeff has had a couple spins, and this pressure from behind definitely needs the smooth ride here to watch Brett Elder from the cockpit. It's a great camera angle. Thank you, iRacing, for some good shots tonight as we watch Brett go by down the long straight. That's not for position. Jeff is a couple of laps down, but that definitely helps Brett get the clean air in front of him as he is quite a few seconds. He's 14 seconds behind the lead pack. Chris Springer, Brandon Dooley still separated by just 2 seconds. And we are really close to the halfway mark. We are running lap number 14. We got 1 to go to halfway as the leader's coming around on the exit of the boot now. Go back to our who's the most exciting according to iRacing. See what they say. It's like Brett Elder is definitely the most exciting at the moment. While we're waiting for them to decide who's the most exciting, let's throw out a big shout to our sponsor, Grandpa's Kitchen. Grandpa'sKitchen.com. For your gluten-free needs, check out Grandpa'sKitchen.com. While there, you can use the discount code BWTV. That's Big Wizard TV. BWTV discount code for 10% off your entire order. This isn't a code that works just once, boys and girls. This code works all the time. You can use it every time you go. BWTV, 10% off your whole order. They'll ship it right to your door. It's expedited mail. They do the U.S. mail. I don't know. For me, it was U.S. mail, priority mail. So I got it real quick. Good stuff. Good people. Great products. Nothing but the best out there at grandpaskitchen.com. As we watch some more action, we're on the track. Let's see where we are. There's a little gaggle of cars here. Jeff Peters being chased down by Jeff Wyatt. Oh, nice pass by Jeff Wyatt down into the boot. That was into the shoelaces there on the boot. What a great pass by Jeff there going in. And now he's got Ashley. Oh, Ashley goes wide. Oh, he makes contact with Jeff Peters. Oh, if he's only got 2 fast repairs, he may be done for the night. Ashley stuck in the tow. Hopefully she gets out of the way. Here comes another car. She does take the tow option, get back to pit lane. Oh, that's no fun. She got a little loose, got a little wiggle, and smacked into the side of Jeff Peters. I think there's only 2 fast repairs out here tonight. So that might be it for Jeff. He might have to limp this thing home on the second half from his injured vehicle. All right, we've made it past halfway. We are on lap 16. Leaders just went across at the halfway mark. And they are barreling down this long straightaway past the bus stop. Chris Springer still holding a 1.7 second lead over Brandon Dooley. Over the bump, into the carousel, and down the hill they go. The elevation change on this racetrack is amazing. You really need to be there and experience it. You can see it from the car when you're driving around. Some of the cockpit view shots will show you. But, it's just some really great elevation changes, great action. A lot of fun to drive on this racetrack. Jeff Peters is in the pit lane along with Ashley. He is stopped. We'll see if he's stopped for an extended period of time. He may not know. I believe there's only 2 fast repairs. If that's the case, he might be waiting for a regular repair, and that might take some time. His car is not moving. Not moving. Chris Springer out in front. Brandon Dooley behind. Brett Elder 20 seconds back. Jeff Wyatt just 5 back from Brett. Todd Schwartz in 5th position. 6th we've got is Jason Rabe, 7th place Michael Mooney. 8th and 9th are Jeff Peters and Ashley. I'm blinking. That might just be my connection. Woo, back online. It's scary here. It's scary, I'll tell you what, man. It's scary stuff. Being out here in remote world land with a slow internet connection. How do we live in 2022 with a slow internet connection? What has the world come to? All right. Chris Springer up in the front. You watch him go through the heel of the boot. He is followed by Brandon Dooley. 3rd position is Brett Elder. Brett, our resident Kiwi from New Zealand, currently living in Australia, joining us early in the morning on his Wednesday. Thank you, Brett, for joining in. Todd Schwartz, the painter, we call him, the painter. He is he paints a lot of the cars for Buckeye Bashers, which is Brandon Dooley and himself and Sean Williams and Morgan Teggy. A couple of them we haven't seen for a little bit out here on track with us. Todd running solidly in 4th position today. Jason Rabe trying to catch him. Got a little ways to go. When you get good, you're hard to chase down. You used to be able to chase you down quickly, and then you can't. That means you're good. So Todd Schwartz, really good at this racetrack. Knows it well. As Jason's trying to do his best to keep up, close that gap. Jeff Wyatt, old guy racing, number 86, comes down across the front stretch, across the stripe. Down into turn 1. Jeff's in 6th position. Jason's gotten by him recently. Mooney. And Jeff has made his pit stop. But Jason has only made 1, and that was way too early to make it to the end, so he's going to have to make another stop. So Jeff and Mooney have a chance to get back by him. Jeff Peters, unfortunately, I believe, is still... Oh, no, he's back on racetrack. He's back on the racetrack. It must be Ashley in the pit lane. Yep, there she is. She was in the pit lane. She needs to get that thing repaired. Might be waiting for a lengthy repair. Put that car back out there. Chip Hansen has left the contest. So there's your 9. There's your 9 drivers. As they run, Chris Springer, Brandon Dooley, Brett Elder, Todd Schwartz, Jason Rabe, Jeff Wyatt, Michael Mooney, Jeff Peters, Ashley Visser. Watkins, Glen, located in the Finger Lakes region. It's not a city by any means, as you can look in the background. It's all just hills and trees out there. They're not looking for Broadway down there. Unless that long straight with the carousel is Broadway. The Watkins Glen racetrack, commonly known as the Glen. It's in the town of Dix, New York, which is just southwest of Watkins Glen. They call it Watkins Glen Raceway anyway. Southern tip of Seneca Lake. 20 consecutive years, the U.S. Grand Prix was held at Watkins Glen. Just some more track facts. 3.4 miles in length. Typically 14 corners, but with the configuration we have tonight, it's only 11. Oh, we might have a report from the pit lane. Let's see what we got. Oh, Ashley Visser in the pits after that second incident contact with Jeff Peters. She is holding on with an 8-minute repair. That is going to set her back because we only have 18 minutes to go in the contest. We're on the 32-minute mark. We are 2/3 of the way in. She should be getting done soon. Now, Mooney is also... Is that Mooney? Is Mooney in the pit lane? I got another car in the pit lane here. I'm going to have to see who that is. I look away for 1 minute, and everything changes. That looks like... That is Mooney. Mooney in the pit lane. I'm not sure if he's getting a repair or if he's getting fuel, but he already pit for fuel. So I'm not sure what's going on there. I may have to get our pit reporter, David Visser, to give us some details on why Mooney is in the pits. That information is coming. See if we can figure out what slowed him down. Currently, we are back out on racetrack following Brandon Dooley trying to catch Springer. So far, nothing doing. Mooney has hit the wall, missed the accident. I didn't see it, but he has crashed and he is in the pit lane, either towing, repairing, or both. I don't think he's used a fast repair yet. I don't believe he will be fixing the car. He's definitely out there, though, in the pit lane.
Who would that be?
And he is from the pit lane in Watkins Glen all the way to the Utah booth by way of Kansas. Mooney, what in the world is going on out there? You look great. What happened?
I came over the bumps there coming through the old bus stop, and it got light and looped around and parked itself in the wall. Broke the drive shaft and rear tire off of it. Couldn't even tool around. So,
well, the light speed radical SR10 looked good tonight. You looked like you were doing running some good laps out there. Top 5.
Yeah, and then I pit early to try and chop everyone's pit, but it doesn't help when you wreck it. So,
I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to argue with you on that one.
No.
It does not help when you wreck the car.
No, it does not.
Although, we do have some action out on the racetrack. Jason Rabe comes out of the pit lane right in between the two leaders, and Brandon is only 1.4 seconds behind at the moment. It is getting tight out there. And now with Jason in between the two, Brandon may be able to use that draft coming down this long straight. Oh, but he's out of the line for the draft. I think Jason's just going to let him go because he's not going to affect the contest. Jason being a lap down now to the leaders in P6, but has made his pit stop, so he'll get back on the lead lap shortly. As Mooney is back on track, the towing is done, the fast repair is fast, and he is on track in front of the leaders now by a short straightaway.
Well, I will see you at the end of the race. I'm going to try and alleviate myself down out of the booth here. so that I can concentrate, but figured you'd
Okay.
want to know what I incurred.
I got pit reporter David Visser down there helping me out. He gave me the info on the crash. Let me know you're in the pit lane. I mean, he's the best pit reporter we got. He's down there watching Ashley right now. She's got a few more minutes left on her 8-minute repair. So lots of good details coming through from pit reporter. That's Stair Fittings Incorporated pit reporter David Visser, number 69.
I'll see you in a little bit.
Okay. Mooney goes back to the racetrack. Oh, here comes Brandon doing his pit stop. Comes in a lap early on Chris Springer. Let's see if he can do an undercut or if Chris can gain a little bit more. 1.3 seconds the gap. They're going to get away from Jason Rabe. I think that's going to be good for Brandon. We'll see where they come out as we watch Brandon roll through the pit lane. Back out to Chris out in the front, going down that long straight. And iRacing can't decide who they want to look at. I know it's exciting to have someone out there, but probably more exciting watching the car go down the straightaway than somebody stopping the pit lane. Ashley has repaired the car. The car is repaired. Ashley is back out on track, right in front of Brandon. I don't know if that's a good thing for Brandon. Hopefully he can get by quickly without Ashley having any incident. Up through the S's. Both of them out of the pit lane together. Let's see if Brandon has a good run out of the S's here and gets her on the long straight. He should be able to use the draft here. Hopefully catch up and get by. There he goes. Nice and clean down into the carousel they go. Great camera angle there. Oh, that's nice. Oh, this is even better. Zoom right over the bumps. All right, Chris Springer's turn to come in. I'm guessing he'll have to come in this lap. There are only 7 to go in the contest, and he has not made his pit stop yet. We'll see if his car goes light right now, and he does. He is in the pit lane. Jason Rabe gets his lap back. Mooney will stay out on the lead lap, I believe. Maybe he's a lap down. We'll see when it rolls back around as we watch Chris Springer roll through the pit lane pretty much by himself. And man, the camera just cannot believe there's something out there more exciting than Chris Springer pulling through the pit lane. There's Brandon in second spot. Mooney is a lap down. Mooney did lose a lap on that exchange. Here comes Brett Elder into the pits as well, giving up his spot up front as Brandon Dooley goes by. Oh, Chris Springer is out in front. That was a good gap. We'll see what happens. It looks like that went from 2 seconds to 5 seconds. Chris Springer had the better exchange. Now, Chris has got to get back up to speed after his pit, but this looks like that worked out in grand favor of Chris Springer. Brandon trying to do the undercut does not work. So Chris out front by 4.7 over Brandon Dooley in second place. Brett Elder 30 seconds back. He is quite a ways back off the leaders. Jeff Peters rolling again. Looks like he's cruising in P8. And Ashley Visser is back on track in the 69 Judge Dredd car. And she is a few laps down. Couple repairs. Action on the raceway. Action on the raceway. We have 2 incidents, or 2 cars approaching each other. Mooney is catching up with Todd Schwartz. That is for position. No, he's a lap down. Never mind. Mooney is going to catch up with Todd Schwartz, and Jeff Wyatt is catching Jeff Peters. So we'll see what happens with the camera angles here and who gets the nod for the view. Right now, it's Todd Schwartz staying out in front of Mooney. Action around the racetrack. We've got Brett Elder catching up with Ashley. Mooney catching up with Todd Schwartz, and Jeff Wyatt catching up with Jeff Peters. Looks like we're going to stay with Mooney for a minute. I have a feeling that Brett Elder is going to make his pass first out of those three. He is now on the bumper going by. Whoa, going by Ashley right there in turn 2 up the S's. And we'll go back to Mooney. Still behind Todd Schwartz. Let's check out Jeff Wyatt. Has he gotten past? No, he has not. He's still behind Jeff Peters. So the battle's going on. Jeff Peters holding his own to Jeff Wyatt. Now, Jeff Wyatt was up front, and he's running in 4th spot tonight. Jeff Peters has had a couple incidents. He is a full lap down, but, man, he is really running tonight. He's got this thing really cruising. If it weren't for those couple of mistakes, I think he'd be right there in the hunt. But that's the name of the game out here in iRacing. No mistakes get you up front. Jeff Wyatt has been running clean all night. And by doing so, into 4th position. Well, we don't have too many more laps to go now. We're getting there to the end. The leaders, let me get over to the leaders so I give you the right numbers. That'd be Chris Springer. He is the leader. And Chris is working lap number 26 down into the carousel. This should be 30 laps. It could go 31. We'll have to see. So either 5 to go or 6 to go at this point. Chris Springer has still hanging on to that 4.5, 5 second lead. Brandon doing everything he can to catch, but it appears to me tonight that Chris has the upper hand unless he makes a mistake. And so far, he has been flawless out here tonight. Brandon will not give up. I can guarantee you that. Ooh, the 86 has fallen back. May have had an incident back there. Jeff Peters still running strong. The 86 is now quite a few seconds behind. And Mooney has made it past Todd Schwartz, but Todd Schwartz is not going away. Todd is a lap down. But, I don't know, Mooney's a lap down. Todd's in 5th. But they are real close together out there on the racetrack. Not sure what happened to Jeff. If we could rewind that. Uh-oh. Jeff has pulled over. Jeff has stopped, spun around the wrong way. Oh, that is in the toe of the boot. Oh, he tows the car back to pit lane. Oh, and Jeff Wyatt has collapsed. I was just talking about him earlier, about running a mistake-free race, being up front, the top 5. And then that happens. That's how the cookie crumbles, boys and girls. You can have it running great, and you make a mistake, 1 mistake, 2 mistake, done. Towing back to the pits. Just tragic for Jeff tonight, who was in the top 5. And now falls back into the clutches of the lap traffic. Chris Springer still out front. Brandon Dooley trying to gain, but losing ground. 5.5 back. Brett Elder in 3rd spot. Chris Springer is just cranking out the laps. Brett Elder's 26 seconds back. Todd Schwartz 37 seconds back in 4th position. Jason Rabe, who is 80 seconds back off the lead. Still on the lead lap, though. As we watch Chris go across the line, completing lap number 27. And it does say 29.9, so it probably will be just 30 laps. We'll see. It's all going to depend on when the clock clicks down to 0. If it's within 1:39, when he comes around in another few laps, we'll find out if it'll tack on 1 more. but it will not go down to 1 lap to go if it's within 1 lap's time. So it'll make him go another lap. So Jeff Peters, let's see, Jeff Wyatt back on the racetrack, loses just 1 lap, comes out ahead of Mooney in P6. So that incident for Jeff Wyatt takes him from 4th to 6th with 2 positions lost and 1 lap down to the leaders. As we watch Jeff Peters go past Ashley Visser on the front stretch as Mooney catches them both. Oh, Mooney goes around in turn 1 trying to get by, but gets back on the gas and going again as Todd Schwartz catches and passes back in front. Now that's not for position. Mooney is a lap down, but pretty heavy drama there. Pretty heavy drama going into turn 1. Currently on board with Todd Schwartz. Up into 4th position. He is sandwiched between Ashley and Mooney. Oh. Gets by. Whoa! Tries to get by as Mooney dives down on the inside, late on the brakes going into the toe, and Mooney goes around. Still a lap down, so he's not gaining any position, but he is getting past. As Todd carefully passes Ashley down the short chute there into the heel of the boot. And there they go. 1, 2, 3, right out. Up, and Todd goes sliding sideways, but catches it, gathers it up on the top of the boot. And saves it. Jason Rabe is right behind him. Now that is for position. Jason Rabe with just a couple laps to go. Oh, as these guys finish up lap number 28, and it's going to be 30 laps total. So Jason's got 2 laps and just 2.5 seconds. So at this point, Todd cannot wait any longer. He's going to have to get past Ashley and keep it moving. Jeff Peters down on the inside of the pit lane, letting everybody by maybe? Not sure what happened there, but Jeff Peters is also allowed Jason Rabe to get by. Jason Rabe now right on the bumper of Todd Schwartz. Ashley's cruising down into the carousel. And looks like Jason goes out wide, and he has a line. Oh, this battle, we're going to probably follow this one to the finish. As we are on lap 29, 1 to go. This is going to be white flag. The leader has got the white flag. And this will be white flag for these two as they're coming around, exiting the toe of the boot. Just 0.3 seconds separating 4th and 5th. Going into the heel of the boot, this is going to be dramatic for 1 lap to go. And there he goes down to the inside. Does he get it? Jason Rabe does take the spot away. That is for P4. Can he hold on clean as Todd holds on to his car as they exit the boot together? Looks like Jason Rabe is going to take that P4 away with 1 to go. Let's go to our leader. Come on, car. Come on, system. Go to the leader. There he is. Chris Springer, flag to flag on this one. No challenger strong enough to take Chris Springer down off the top of the pile today. As Chris goes across the line for the win. Brandon Dooley very, very close behind. I don't know, is that 1 more to go? It's giving me a weird time. Let me know, pit reporter. Was that it? Was that the green? Was that the checker that's saying 31 out of 30 laps? I don't have the details in front of me. The flags are not flying for me. Chris is not slowing down. Brandon's gap is bigger, though. So I think that is the end. I think that is it, as Brandon slows on the back straight. This action is not over yet. The action is not over yet. It's Ashley and Jeff are running nose to tail. Jeff, I believe, is a lap ahead. At this point, they're finishing up their final lap of the race. And we'll jump down into the lobby, we'll chat with the boys and girls in the race server and see what is going on.
Track dropped 30 degrees.
That's it.
Hey, everybody, how's it going?
Good.
Hey, Ron.
Chris, you locked it down pretty good, flag to flag tonight.
Yeah, I didn't make any major mistakes. I had a couple blips, Code Brown moments where Brandon snuck up there, and I was like, car did go away there getting towards that pit stop. I was getting worried there. It was a handful, and it kind of came back to me after we put fuel in it.
Balance back on it. Brandon,
Yeah.
sounded like strategy changed on you for the practice versus the race.
I'll be
Yeah.
back, guys. My mom's on the phone.
Times a day were
Different.
different than what stated what practice and all that stuff was. So I set it up for 115 to 120 degree track temp, not 85.
And let's see, Brett Elder coming in from down under. P3 tonight.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Nice job.
Cheers, man. A bit of a boo-boo in turn one, which I lost contact with Brandon and Chris in that early, so it was all over. Trying to keep up with them boys. It was just cut solid laps and hope for the best.
Yep. You look good out there. Every time we went through on the camera, it looked pretty clean. Looked like a nice run for you.
Until the last couple of laps.
Yeah.
Of little, but that's right.
But you held on because, you had a couple of guys right behind you. Jason, something happened early. I didn't catch what it was.
Oh, I spun and hit the wall.
Yeah, that'll do it.
And then I spun 3 more times.
You managed to crawl back up into fourth.
Yeah, Todd had some late race trouble, so that really helped me out.
Yeah, I saw. We were watching him, and he was going down into one, and I noticed had a little issue there late in the race. Todd, you were really cruising tonight, doing a good job out there.
Yeah, it was pretty slick at the end there.
Clicking isn't working. I was trying to bring up the results, but remote clicking is not remoting. At least it's not clicking, so we won't have that. So we'll just finish up the interview here. We got now I lost the standings because I was pulling it up on the other screen. That really didn't work out for me. Come on, click.
Fourth was Jason Rave. Fifth was Todd Schwartz. Sixth was Jeff Wyatt.
Yeah, Jeff, you were doing really well. And then had a little incident. I didn't catch what it was, but I caught the second half of it. Whatever it was, it didn't look pretty.
Yeah, well, he was only 10 seconds behind me with about 3 laps to go, so he was punching along real good.
Yeah, and then something happened. He spun, hit the wall, and
Yeah, I didn't see it
ruined
either.
his-
He just far enough back, but
I think he hit the wall, ruined his night. Here we go. Here's the results. Sorry about the delay there. I had a overlay on. So Chris Springer, let's see, who had the quickest lap tonight? 138.2. Looks like Chris with the fastest lap on lap number 3. Looks like the top three all enjoyed lap number 3 as well as Jeff. So that would have been the top 4 at the time. And Mooney, everybody, and Jeff, Peters, everybody loved lap 3. Fastest lap of the race for everybody. So Jason, you hung on and got back up into it, got yourself a top 5. Todd Schwartz gets a top 5. Jeff Wyatt spins late, loses his 4th position and drops back to 6th. Mooney with an issue late goes a lap down and finishes in P7. Jeff Peters, new rig, new computer, new something, but bouncing off the walls a little tonight. Peters out here?
Yeah, I think he's been having microphone issues as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he had a rough night. He was doing well and started off good, and then bounced off a couple guys, and that did not help. So, all right. Well, that's going to be it for the stream. I'm off in Kansas world. Not able to do a whole lot from here, but I was able to get the broadcast out. So appreciate you guys taking a peek. And on Tuesday nights, I'm going to try to broadcast them every week, even if I'm on the road. And I'm on the road a lot, so let your friends know I'll be out there.
Take it over to the Tin Man for me while you're down that way, man.
Yeah. I'm actually looking for Dorothy. I haven't seen her. Toto came flying by a little while ago. He's about 40 feet off the ground.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good race. Fun watching. Good announcing. Thanks for the show, everybody. From the booth in behalf of grandpaskitchen.com. This is Ron saying, keep the wheels on the bottom. Be safe out there when you're out in the real world. Don't race. Just drive. And if you want to race, iRacing.com. You can join us right here at Last Man Standing Motorsports, sponsored by Stair Fittings Incorporated. Good night, everybody.
Good night, Ron.
Night.